In fact, Oriflame wellness is mind-blowing. I don't even know where to start from, but I have to start from somewhere. Actually asked a friend about a product I can use for my face, a good foundation. And she said, my friend sells Oriflame. And she took me to her friend's shop in Udu. Her friend is Ufoma Adongo. Adongo. And I went there, I made an order. I just want to use the product. So after then, I went again to pick more product. And I went there for foundation. She was talking about the wellness, her experience with the wellness, how it had made her eyes better. You know, she used to wear glasses, but gradually she was like taking wellness and her eyes got better. And I was like, wow, this is nice. I'm a researcher, I'm an academic doctor. And I'm always in front of the computer, you know, and I already have this eyes issue. I was like, wow, this is good. Let me try this. I think I need it. Immediately, I bought wellness. And I started taking it. I started taking wellness. Yes, there was improvement in my eyes. But I saw something else that was mind-blowing, remarkable. In fact, let me just go straight to that. I took like a pack, like 2 weeks into the pack. I started noticing other things in my body, you know, and this is what it was. I've been having issues with breast cysts. Breast cysts is a common illness with women between the ages of 30 and 50. It's kind of common. But you know, anything breast. What is breast cyst? Breast cyst is lumps on the breast containing fluids. They are like sac, like when you pour water in balloon. You know how it is? It's soft, moving, jaga jaga like that. You know. Yes, I was told it was breast cyst. It's not malignant. You know, there were multiple, so many of them in the two breasts. In 2018, I went for surgery. They removed them, so many different sizes, you know. But you know, women, when our breast is involved, we are not happy. Because you don't know what it will lead to the next minute. I was told it was not malignant, but I never had peace. I was always praying, you know, believing God, you know, to do something about it. After 2018 surgery, by 2020, my sisters, it came worse than the first time. They were big, they were everywhere. Just touching the breast, you could feel these things, like this water ball on children's body. You know this, and I was very uncomfortable. So in 2020, I went into the theater again. This time, since they knew what it was, they didn't do surgery again. They used needle to extract the waters from the ones they could reach, like the very big ones they could reach. They used them. My life was never the same. I was always worried. And then the doctor said I must be going for scanning, mammogram, and one other test every 3 to 6 months, so that they can be seeing, you know, they could see what was happening inside. Because of disease, so many, if there's a lump that's cancerous, you will not know. Because these ones are like just everywhere. So you won't know when other things are like growing in the breast. And you know how our breasts are. And so I was this constant fear of cancer, matter, and all that. And I was going for this mammogram, scanning stuff. And each time you go, you're spending like between 40,000-50,000 every 3 months. Sometimes I stagger it. But between 3 months and 6 months, I must do it. And then they look at it to see if there's any lump there that is attached to a tissue. Because if there is to be anyone attached to a tissue, that means cancer could be, you know, in play there. So I kept going. After 2020, I kept going for the mammogram and all that. My dear, these things came again, bigger than the ones that came in 2020. They were everywhere. If you thought, in fact, I was always uncomfortable. I was always on any church I went to, I would drop prayer requests. My prayer request for myself, it was not to make money or any other thing. It was, God, save me from this thing. Let me not die through this thing. I was so worried. So that fateful day in September, I heard Bosun Foma talking about wellness. And I bought wellness and I started taking. 2 weeks into wellness. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to go for another training by November of 2022. It was in September I heard about wellness. From September to November, God worked his miracles through Oriflame wellness. What did I observe? Suddenly, my breast became lighter when I was like 2 weeks into wellness. It became a bit lighter. Now, whenever we pull our dress, the first thing we observe is our breast as women. Every time you go to the hospital, they educate us about breast matters and all that. And it became somehow lighter. And then I noticed that when I touch it, those big balloon-like stuff that used to just be running around the breast, they were like so reduced. I continued, I finished the first part, I entered the second part. And I asked myself, what is really happening? The only new thing I am doing is wellness. It's only wellness. So this cannot be any other thing but this wellness. Every other thing I've been doing all my life. But wellness is the new thing in my life. I entered the second part. By the end of October, I could not feel any breast cyst in my breast again. Nothing. My breasts, they became like, in fact, a young virgin's breast. I was speechless. I was speechless. It was not something, I didn't even know what to say. I went to Bosun Foma and said, come and see what I'm seeing, no? And she was like, wow, this is the first of this type I am hearing. But solely, you need to share it with every woman. And I said, is that the only thing I need to do? Share with everyone? She said, yeah, you have to tell everybody so that people who have this kind of issue can know that there's a solution. Do you know that the doctors told me that there is no cure for breast cysts? It can only be removed through surgery or draining. And from my experience, the more you drain, the more you do surgery, the more they keep coming. They said there's no cure. But that as you get after menopause, when you're like in your late 60s going to 70s, they will gradually disappear. But that is if cancer does not come in. How can you live with that? But Oriflame gave me a solution. Today, anywhere I go, I tell everybody about Oriflame wellness. In fact, they call me wellness ambassador. My friends, my colleagues, when they just see me, wellness ambassador, how are you? I say, yes, sir. It's changed my life. You don't understand. You cannot understand my experience. It changed my life. And I thank God for this company. I'm very grateful to these people that brought this thing to us. God used them. God is using them to save lives. So please tell everybody you know, Oriflame Wellness is a lifesaver. Thank you.